Alright, you guys, last but not least is my wall calendar. So obviously I've already kind of briefly talked about this, but much like my simplified planner is only for my personal life, my wall calendar is only for business. It's only my client meetings, my blog posts, and any challenges that I'm working on. So this was super cheap. This was in the $3 bin at Target. It is a monthly, it's obviously pretty big. It's just a monthly calendar, and it goes through to December of 2016, which is part of the reason I bought it, because I do pre-plan things so far ahead of time that I wanted something that would allow me to do that. So basically how I have this laid out is you'll see each day just has like the number of the day down below. Once that day is done, I just put a little box around it. That kind of, I think it's really messy when you like cross days off, but it helps me kind of visually see where I'm at on the calendar. So what I do is I do use color coding on here. This is really the only place I use color coding, just because it's really easy to visually see what I need to get done. And because it's such a large calendar, it's a little easier to kind of do that. So I have my blog posts on Mondays, and I highlight those in pink because it's something that I need to work on ahead of time. It's not something I could do, you know, the morning of. It needs to be a week ahead or further ahead. On Fridays, I have my newsletter. I write it down for every single Friday. Even though I do it every Friday, it's still important to see that that's a task that needs to be done earlier in the week. And I highlight all my newsletters in green. And then I have things like guest blog posts. Anything, if I'm guest posting or if someone else is posting on my guest blog, those are in yellow, because those do require preparation, but it's not as giant as me creating an entire post on my blog. So those are every Wednesday, but also they kind of skip around depending on if I'm posting on a guest blog or not. And then lastly is, not lastly, sorry, I have two more. I have client meetings. All my client meetings are highlighted in purple because those are events that I need to prepare, 30 to 60 minutes beforehand, but it's not something that like needs to be planned for months ahead of time. So client meetings change a lot, they get moved around a lot, so I tend to write my client meetings in pencil, just in case you reschedule or, something happens, it gets canceled, whatever. So I write those in pencil, and all of my highlighters that I use are actually erasable. I wish I could tell you guys the brand, but I got them off Amazon, and it's all in Japanese, I think. They're Pilot Fryon. They look like this, okay? They're on Amazon. They come in a little pack of 5, and they're like $4, and they're awesome. So if you guys, I'll link down below if you guys want to check those out, because I really love these highlighters. I've bought like 6 packets of them now. But yeah, so they're erasable, so if I need to move a client meeting, it's really easy to do. And then lastly are any promotions, challenges, or campaigns that I'm doing. So for example, I'm doing the 100 Days of Periscope Challenge. So I have the start date highlighted in blue, and then at the bottom of each day that I'm doing the challenge, I just wrote a little P with a checkbox next to it. So after I've periscoped for the day, I can check it off, and I have a visual that I am doing the challenge. And I do that for all of my challenges and things like that. If I am launching like a new e-course or something where it requires like a social media schedule, what I usually do is use sticky notes. Only because usually it's a lot of writing, and I don't need all of that clutter on the calendar. So I'll write them out, stick them on the right days, and once that day's done, I can rip it off. So that way I can see what's around it without it looking like a total disaster. So yeah, any campaigns like that usually go on sticky notes. And then I just attached some little paper hooks here, and I have it hanging off of some tacks right next to my desk. So anytime I'm talking to a client, I can look right here and I can see and help them kind of schedule out according to that. Alright, you guys, that is the entire blog post, how planners changed my business. Let me know what you guys think of it. Let me know if you're going to implement any of these ideas, or if you have an amazing idea or an amazing technique that you use, please share it in the comments down below. I love reading them, and I'm sure other people find it helpful too. Alright, y'all. Have an amazing week. Get to planning. Get your stuff organized this week. I promise it will completely relax you and make it easier for you to focus in your business. You guys have a great day. Bye.